good to be back. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Montoya. It's good to be back in the studio again in front of the desk. As you all know, I went to CitizenCon.
Next year, give us a round of applause. Thank you. Yeah, glorious Montoya.
And then after that, I went to TwitchCon. That was fascinating. Oh, the lines. The first day of TwitchCon, the lines were around the corner, around the block, between alleyways, down the other corner. They had to extend the hours of the first day because people lined up from, it was just like a 4-hour line. It was ridiculous. A fascinating experience. It's the first TwitchCon I've been to. Definitely looking forward to doing them again more often next year for sure. And next time I'll take a video camera with me and get some footage of it. But everyone who was at TwitchCon, great meeting you. There was a lot of fun. What is even more fun? 3.3 Star Citizen is out. So good. Oh, those frame rates. Oh, so sexy. The frame rates are the best. Yes. Now, my rig, my gaming rig, I guess it's pretty medium. Well, must be coming close to low end right at this point. I've got a GTX 970. Frame rates were never amazing. But with 3.3, finally everyone, almost everyone, is getting just spectacular frame rates. And the game is playable at this point. Check this out. Let me jump over to the new telemetry section, which they, oh, first of all, before we get to the telemetry section, take a look at what CIG brought in for the month of October with the Kraken and the Valkyrie sales. $4.7 million coming in for the month of October. Thank you everyone who continues to back this project. What do you get for this money? Well, I'll show you in a second what you get for this money. But that's damn impressive at this point in time to still be getting this kind of funding from the community. And hey, we're almost at $200 million, looking good. Now, what I want to show you actually is the new telemetry section. This is fascinating to me. I've always been curious as to what kind of frame rates other people are getting. And at robertspaceindustries.com/telemetry, you can now see this. Now I'm looking at data from the last month. You can look down to last week and the last 24 hours, but I want to see a bigger data set. So I'm going to take everything from the last month since this began. I'm not sure it's been a month yet. Now on the x-axis, you have your GPU score. So the better your GPU, the more you are on the right. On the y-axis, you have your CPU. So the better CPU, the higher you are on the y-axis. So at the moment, you can see this guy up here is running the 1950X Threadripper, which is a monster of a CPU, but he's running a GTX 1050 Ti, which isn't bad. I'm kind of surprised he's only pulling in 27 frames here. Most likely his resolution is set very, very high because he should be getting way better frames than that. Now, the darker the color, the worse the frames, but the lighter the color, the better frame rates. Let's take a look at the other extreme. So this guy down here, or this lady down here, has a pretty bad CPU, but he or she is rocking an RTX 2080 Ti and getting an average of 60 FPS, which is lovely. On the top right here, we have a Threadripper and a GTX 1080 pulling in an average of 47-50 frames. Nothing amazing. Now, the brighter green squares are the higher frame rate, so it's interesting to see what these guys have here. This is an i9 with a 1080 Ti pulling in an average of 63. Very interesting. I've fallen in around this area over here with 40 to 50 frames with my 970 GTX. So very interesting to see the data coming in. Where do you fall in this? I'm curious. Let me know. Post below. So 3.3 is out. It is running smoothly, and for the first time, many of us can actually get into the game and just fly around and enjoy it. But more amazing good news is that 3.3.5 has gone to PTU, and the pictures coming in are just blowing me away. I haven't logged in myself yet. I've been too busy, but check out what's been posted on Reddit here. This is by AM Life, and he posted this picture here. Isn't that spectacular? Look at that. The forest. As well, you know, if you're playing Red Dead Redemption right now, this doesn't look like anything fancy to you, but in Star Citizen, to see this kind of biome set up, it's mind-blowing to me. Another picture from Erasmus Tycho flying through on his space bike through the forest. Yes, we're all going to recreate that Star Wars scene. You know you're going to do it. Great shot there. This is beautiful. Thank you for posting that. What else do we have here? Found a dense forest. Let's take a look. Well, there is indeed a dense forest. Beautiful lighting. I think they've done a spectacular job with how the forests look here. Now, you will notice if you do visit these places, there is no wildlife. There is fauna and flora coming to the game a lot more. There's going to be wildlife in at a later point. You will not find it now. The only thing actually missing from the forest right now are little creatures running around, but that will come in time. Absolutely spectacular. Thank you for posting that. Where they come from. Oh, look at this one. Yavin87. This was a beautiful picture, and the title is No Words. Well, I have a word for this. Holy isn't that pretty? Now, at the moment, Lorville here is a no-fly zone. You cannot fly your ship in between the buildings, but I have no doubt that will come in time if they do allow it in this city anyway. But that is spectacular. That is beautiful. And this is not just some skybox. This is actually there. It's all physically there. Actually, there's a shot of someone flying above it. Well, here's the new Mustang. The new Mustang redesign. So good. I actually have the Omega Mustang, and I haven't touched it in years. But the redesign actually looks spectacular. And he's flying over the city there. It is beautiful. And there was another shot of a... is it the Phoenix? Yes, it is. Isn't that pretty? So you guys in 3.3.5 PTU, squash those bugs, get them out, because we are looking forward to this coming out to the public servers and everyone jumping in there. Let me know your thoughts so far. What have you been doing in the game? Have you been enjoying it? As always, if you enjoy this content, give me a thumbs up, give me your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next thrilling episode of whatever the series is called.